Turning now to day one of a two-day parliamentary interpellation session here in Seoul. Lawmakers' questions centered around the recently shut down inter-Korean complex and deployment of a sophisticated U.S. missile defense system to the Korean peninsula. Our Shin Semin has the details of what unfolded in Parliament today.
Inter-Korean relations and national security took the center stage on the first day of a two-day parliamentary interpellation sessions on Thursday. Lawmakers were divided along partisan lines on both issues. On the government's decision to shut down the inter-Korean factory park, the ruling Saenuri Party sided with the government and said the choice was inevitable. The main opposition, Minjoo Party of Korea, questioned the validity of the decision. The party also followed up on an earlier claim by the unification minister, asking him whether the government has the evidence that the money made by the North Korean workers at the inter-Korean factory park was used by the regime for its nuclear and missile development programs.
You have switched your words multiple times. Are there valid documents to back up such claims?
As I've said before, the government understands that there have been occasions when the money was channeled into two offices of the regime to be used for weapons development.
National security was also in focus during the session, including possible deployment of the U.S. missile defense system known as THAAD on the Korean peninsula. The defense minister responded to allegations that the system does not strategically correspond to the threats from the north.
The system is made to shoot down the North Scud missiles. So with it, the ability of the ROK U.S. forces to counter the threats from the north would be enhanced.
On the issue of national security, Prime Minister Hwang Kyo-won said the government stands firm on the denuclearization of the Korean peninsula in response to recent policy debates on whether Seoul should have its own nuclear arsenal. The second interpellation session, which focuses on the economy, will take place on Friday. It's expected to revolve around the issues of the country's ambitious reform drives that includes the labor sector. Shin Semin, Arirang News.